Hello vinyl community, it's Troy here with another video, and I've been watching a lot of old YouTube uh, videos of something called the vinyl tag, and I thought, even though it's really difficult for me to actually do that, um, it was really difficult to look through the list and kind of like determine which ones to show off, which records from the list. If I'm not lazy, there should be the questions down below. I don't know. Just saw one of the YouTubers for the record do this. He said that he was late to the party, and then that was like a month ago. So I'm extremely late to the party. But I thought I'd do it because it seemed like fun. But it's just I wrote the list out and I never got around to filming it either. So well, if you don't know what it is, the vinyl tag apparently is 20 questions about your record collection. Kind of get to know, I guess, what the person's really into with this, with these lines of questioning, and just kind of a fun video to show off some records, I guess. All right. Question 1: how many records do you own? Alright, when I wrote this, it says 548. I believe it's 551 now. So, yeah. 551. They're behind me. That's not including the 45s or singles or, yeah, just all the singles and 45s, because there's, do have 145 that technically is part of a box set that's an EP and not a single, but yeah. Anyways, question 2: what kind of record player do you own? Mine is that thing up there. It's a Gemini TT 1100. It's actually from. It's kind of like a. It's not really a professional, but it's kind of like would be more for DJs, like a beginner DJ turntable. But I don't even DJ, and I just bought it because it was cheap, and it actually sounded way better than the $10 turntable I used to have, which was a horrible thing that I had, and it wasn't a Crosley. So there's that. How old were you when you started collecting records? That's a tough question because I can remember having records maybe about 5 years old, but really started collecting them, started getting them, I would say about 17. That's when I first started going, okay, I want to have this kind of format, but I didn't really start growing the collection until 20, so I don't know. I can't remember the exact age, but it was more recently. We'll say 25. Next question, we're actually going to get on to the actual questions about records. What's the oldest record in your collection? Well, we're going to start off with that one, and this is Ella Fitzgerald Sings Gershwin Songbook, Volume 2. This is from 57. As far as I can tell, this is original press. I don't know. It's probably not even valuable, but I just saw it and I thought that's interesting, and I wanted to take a listen to it. So that's my oldest record that I actually own. And I know it's talking about age of record and not oldest personal record, because the next question is first record. Well, again, debatable, because I think I can remember having the Cocktail soundtrack on vinyl when I was about 5 years old, because I was obsessed with the song Kokomo. But I'm going to say Dark Side of the Moon is my first record that I ever owned. So and I believe it was a gift too. It was my dad gave it to me. Then this next question is question number 6. Sorry, I forgot to number these. Question number 6. First record you got with your own money. That'd be John Mayer, Room for Squares. I actually bought this back in 2002, I want to say. I was just getting big into vinyl, and I found out that this was released on vinyl, so I got onto his website at the time and ordered it, and it didn't come for like 5 months. I don't know what the deal was with that, but this is the very first record I ever bought, and I still listen to it occasionally, but I don't know. I like John Mayer. It's just I don't listen to it as much as I used to. Alright, next question, instead of actually just pulling the record, favorite colored vinyl. Well, I'm gonna go with Blues Travelers 4. The reason being is, this is, well, in my opinion, looks really cool. Just hold that up there. How could you not like that? It's clear vinyl with color splatters. It's just, I took it as what your favorite color of the vinyl is, so clear with color. I thought that was a cool record. It's not a gatefold, but it's a double album, so that's kind of annoying, but it's in the polyline sleeve, so it should be fine. Alright, next question, number 8. Discount album. Well, technically I bought a lot of these at a discounted price, so I'm not sure. I'm just going to go with one that I actually listened to that I paid for 10 cents for. And I think I talked about this on one of my videos. But we got the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper, which I am probably going to buy the reissue, the 50th anniversary that's coming out. And this is actually a mono pressing, too. So, 10 cents, mono, original, Beatles. I think that's a discount, but it's beat up, so I guess depends. Alright, question number 9. Most prized possession. Well, that would be this hefty box set. This is Pink Floyd Pulse. It's a very rare record, actually. This could fit into another question that's on this list later on, but I'm picking it for prized possession because Pulse. That's why. Paid less than $500 for it. Only paid $250. So prized possession, and I probably will never sell it. Number 10, female artist record. I'll go with Alanis Morissette on this one. Just because it's my favorite female artist growing up. Actually, between her and Sheryl Crow. And I don't think there's any Sheryl Crow on vinyl, but there's Alanis, so I could have gone with Janis Joplin or something, but I figured I'd go with something from when I was a teenager. Next question is record from your favorite band or artist. We'll go with No Code by Pearl Jam, which I showed this off in a video, and I got a comment about just open it up, take it out of the plastic. I did. So there's that. No Code. I love this album. This is probably my favorite Pearl Jam record, and I've actually seen Pearl Jam live in concert twice, so wish I had more of their records, but some of their stuff that was pressed in the 90s is kind of expensive, and they need to get on to reissuing them. Alright, next question. Impulse buy. Well, A through Z. But seriously, I didn't know much about this band when I first bought it. This is a album by Tame Impala called Currents, and I really love this record now. I just bought it because It was new when it first came out. I saw it and it's just like thought this was interesting. Two different colored vinyl records on it, and yeah, it's a really cool record. Okay, number 13, a gift. I think I shortened some of these questions, but a gift. I've been given quite a few records, but I'll go with one that my wife gave me for my birthday last year. Counting Crows. This is before they reissued it this year. This is the 45 RPM double. I don't know if the reissue is. I have no idea, but this was the issue from the early 2000s reissue. I don't know. I know there's an original 93 press, but that's a single disc and very hard to find apparently. But I will go with that. I don't know what kind of stories I can tell with some of these. I guess I'm trying to, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm not doing a very good job. Alright, let's just move on with the list, right? Most played record. Well, and I just actually didn't even remember writing down that I wrote down Hunky-Dory by David Bowie, but I was just listening to this before I decided to make the video tonight. This is just my favorite Bowie album. Changes, Oh You Pretty Things, Life on Mars, Quicksand, Queen Bitch, the Bowery Brothers. This is just like the best Bowie album, in my opinion. Don't get too hurt on the fact that I said this is the best. Also, this is another kind of discount record. I bought this at Goodwill for $1. So yeah, I'm just happy to have that one. Number 15, a rarity. I wasn't sure what to put here, so I had to look. I mean, that Pulse is pretty rare, I guess. But apparently, I didn't know this was rare. This is Primus and the Chocolate Factory. You may ask, why is it rare? Well, apparently I got on Discogs recently, well, when I was researching what's rare in my collection. And it said that this is a mispress. Yeah. Other versions of this record are actually brown. And this is kind of a green color mixed record. And it's supposed to be a chocolate brown vinyl, but so it's a mispress. And they repressed it with the correct color, and apparently this is now rare. So, who knew? Primus. I need to get a nicer sleeve for this. It's just got a plain paper sleeve. Get one of those poly-lined one or something. I never knew that this was a rare record, but it's a very bizarre record. Just a complete cover of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory soundtrack, and it's, well, it does say reimagining, a twisted reimagining. So there you go. It really is kind of twisted. It's like, what the heck were they thinking? But it's cool. It's not something you want to listen to every day, though. All right. Next question, 16. A rainy day record. Well, kind of struggle with this, but then my wife was like, why not some Miles Davis? So we're going to go with Miles Davis, Kind of Blue. I think that's fitting for a rainy day record. I agree. So, go with this one. This is the reissue from, they reissued this one so many times. This is one of his best. 2010 it says? We'll go with 2010. 2010 reissue. Alright, I ran out of page. Flipping it over. Alright, Number 17, a feel-good record. Well, I don't know about anybody out there, but I feel like this has to go with Daft Punk. I have to go with Daft Punk, Discovery. It's just, it just puts me in a good mood, honestly, this record. And I almost wanted to write this down for most listened to because I wasn't sure. But I obviously listen to Hunky-Dory a lot more. But whenever I want to be in a good mood, I feel like Discovery is a good choice. I mean, just, come on, one more time. The opening track, it's just, yeah, I have no other words beyond the fact that I actually do love that record. A nostalgic record. Well, I would pick something from my childhood that has actually been repressed way too many times after I found out about it, but I still enjoy this record, and I'm glad that I actually had one of the copies. And they're still repressing it, so if you ever get a chance to pick this one up, it's by a band called Hum. They're from Illinois. I just remember that they had this song, at least it played in my area, called Stars. And ever since I heard that song on the radio, I became obsessed with this record, and I just listened to this like over and over. Of course, not the actual vinyl record, but like like the CD. I don't have the CD anymore because I sold all my CDs. Well, not all of them, most of them. But man, I was just listening to this on repeat. This record, it's just so good. Kind of a shoegaze style of music. You know, post grunge, alternative rock. Really good. It's from like '95. You'd prefer an astronaut. You'd prefer an astronaut. I can't say that. I'm just gonna leave that in because I can't talk. Alright, the next one is a record store day record. Well, I have quite a few. There's one that I set aside, I wasn't sure. But I don't think I have enough Pink Floyd in this list, so we got See Emily Play, 45 from a couple of years ago. Even has the price tag on it. There you go, that's how much I paid for it in indie CD and vinyl. I love this thing. It's super thick for a 45 too. I've never had a 45 this thick. But yeah, a lot of people don't do record store day, but I have way too many record store day stuff. And actually, the last question after a record store day record is a recent purchase. Well, I originally wrote down David Bowie, No Plan, because that was the last record I bought. But since then, I've bought like a couple other David Bowies, and actually, this goes with record store day as well. And this is the promo record from this year that they reissued, which goes back to my most listened to record, Hunky-Dory. This is like the promo, it's a reproduction of the promo that they sent out for that record. And this packaging is really cool, but I think it was overpriced for what it was. I mean, because yeah, it's cool. You have this little envelope that has these, the photos of Bowie, and they even came wrapped in tissue paper, the actual record did, which I will be saving inside the box. Why not? We have, haven't wasted all your time yet. If you're still watching, hello, how you doing? Would you like to see some pictures of David Bowie? Oh, you would? Okay. Well, anyway, I thought this was really cool, actually. It comes with these very high glossy photos of Bowie. I guess from a photo shoot for the album Hunky-Dory. This one's my favorite. Bowie just, he's so crazy. Yeah. Anyways, that is all that I am going to spew out for now. I've become a little bit obsessed with Bowie lately, though. So, on that note, I think I'm going to end this video because it's 20 minutes long, and why are you still watching? And if you are still watching, here's some videos over here, because assuming that I end this right away, there's videos on that side. Then you can click my logo to subscribe to my channel, and that's all. I think that's long enough, so talk to you later.